Have you been thinking about trying online sewing classes? If you have, stay tuned where I share with you my experience with Craftsy, Creativebug, and the Sewit Academy. Okay, so let's get started. So first we're going to go ahead and check out Craftsy. Now Craftsy is the oldest of the three platforms. They've been around for quite a while now. I'm sure you've probably heard of them, but if you haven't, they're a platform that has a lot of different crafts to offer. They started off as Craftsy, and then they had changed their name for a while to Blueprint. Because they changed some of their branding over to Blueprint, and then they kind of went out of business last year, but now they're back and they got bought out and they're back again as Craftsy. So that's why it says Blueprint is now Craftsy, making lives better through creativity. So they have this is their homepage right here, and they offer a lot more than just sewing. So let me show you what they have to offer. So they offer quilting, sewing, knitting classes, cake decorating, cooking classes, and a lot of other classes. And here are some of the classes that they have to share: the camp shirt, the Fremont bag, startup library crochet. So they have what they call startup libraries, where they teach you some very beginner things in an area. So they have learn to draw, quilting, painting with watercolors, knitting, cooking, and then these are a specialty knitting called stack stitches. So I've taken a lot of classes with them. I've been a member with Craftsy off and on for a couple years now. Oh, sorry. And so I'm very familiar with the platform, even when they changed the Blueprint and now they're back to Craftsy. And so now, and here are some of the other classes. So they have accessories, baking, cake decorating, clothing, entertainment, family, healthy eating, home and garden, home decor, jewelry making, knitting, paint, paper crafts, quilting, sewing, weaving, and woodworking. And I primarily use the sewing and the knitting classes here on Craftsy. I learned how to knit mostly from Craftsy. So they have a lot to offer. So let's go ahead and browse some of their sewing classes. So these are some of their sewing classes. They have Sew the Camp shirt, Sew this Fremont bag. They have sewing a velveteen blazer with Kenneth D. King. He's a he's a very well-known uh, tailor and sewer. I believe he teaches at FIT in New York, so he has a lot of experience and he's well known, and so they have a few classes with him. They have other classes like creating veils, cloth dyeing, beginning serging. I've taken this class. I really like this class with Amy Allen. So let's look at that one. So she has a lot to offer in this class. It's all about serging. So like the class has a little class preview, intro, serger, basics, stitches, decorative stitches, troubleshooting, making an exposed zipper bag. So that's one of the classes that I've used. I really enjoyed that class with Amy Allen. And then you could kind of, I believe it used to be able to look for all the classes that she made, but I don't see how you do that. So anyway, let's keep going. So let's look at some more of the sewing classes. So they have 207 classes. And so we can look up beginner classes. See what they have. So they have lingerie, bralettes, startup library. So this is what they have, a startup library right here for from with the same person, Sarah and it goes from your class preview to essentials, how to read patterns, fabrics, interfacing, notions, threading your machine, the different stitches you can use, how to look at the grain line, cutting and marking, making a tote bag, making a really simple dress, shoulders and neckline seams, facings, armhole facings, and an easy dress, and how to do a zipper. So a lot in that one class right here. So this walks you through a lot of sewing basics. So these are, and then you have the Mimi G and Norris Dante Ford. They have a class called He Sewed, She Sewed, and they have a couple of classes here where they go over a pattern and they'll take a fabric and then they'll both make something out of the same fabric. So it's a really fun show. So I've watched these episodes a few times. And then Marcy Harrell, she has a nice fun series where she does a lot of refashioning, and she's very entertaining. She's an actress by trade, but also is a very accomplished seamstress, and she has a few episodes called Refashion. They're a lot of fun to watch, so I really enjoy those. Some of the classes that I've taken some bra making classes. So there are a lot of bra making classes here by Beverly Johnson. So she has classes on sewing bras with designer techniques. She has some basic bra making classes that I've enjoyed, and she's very accomplished um, in bra making. So they have a lot of things in that area. You always also have classes by Sandra Betsina, where she does pant fitting techniques. So they have a lot of accomplished seamstresses and tailors who are sharing um, how to sew things in a lot of advanced techniques. So here are some of the classes. Here are the classes that I have in my own Forever library right now. These are classes I bought individually with their old financial plan. But let me show you some of the ones that I've taken because now they have just a monthly plan, not an own forever style anymore. But these are the classes that I own and have watched. So I have I haven't watched haven't watched every single one of them, but these are the ones that I own. So there's Sewing Machine 911. So that's what to do when your sewing machine kind of starts acting crazy, especially when you first start sewing. You might not know why your sewing machine is acting up, but this is a good class to show you that. Then there's Mastering Zipper Techniques. So they show you how to do invisible zippers, exposed zippers, and things like that. Then there's Fashion and Serger and Cover Stitch Details with Linda Lee. She's one of my favorite of the teachers here on Craftsy. She's very detailed. And then we have the Couture Lace Skirt, by Susan Calgi. And I've taken a class with her here in Maryland, and because she came to the American Sewing Guild Maryland chapter, and she taught a class, and she's very accomplished and has a lot of skills. So she teaches you a lot of advanced skill here in this couture lace skirt class. And then you have some pattern making classes. So Susie Fuhrer, she does some on how to draft pants. You have some knit along classes right here. Perfect pattern matching, plaid stripes and beyond. This is definitely one of my favorite classes from them, and that's by Amy Allen again. And she goes into really a lot of great details about how to plan it, buying the fabric, tracing, grain line, basting, and stitching. She just goes into a ton of detail on how to match stripes, plaids, as well as prints. So this is a really amazing class here on Craftsy. And then you have Fitting with Linda Lee again. I haven't watched that, but I do own it. And then also you have jean fitting. So you have some embroidery essentials, doing lettering with embroidery with your machine. And then more pattern making classes. So I also have like making slopers. Then you have this jacket fitting class with Pam Howard. She's very detailed as well. So I've watched this when I was making a jacket. I believe last year I watched at least a good amount of this class, and she's very clear and detailed. So those are the classes that I own. I believe I also have some bra making classes too. I don't see them here, but anyway, these are the classes that I own here. And then if you have the membership, the monthly membership, you can watch any of them. So let me show you the monthly membership fees for Craftsy. So that is $7.99 a month, and then for annual is $79.99 a month. So basically, you get 2 months off if you buy an annual plan. So you get 2 months off. So it's like paying just for 10 months instead of 12 months. So I think that's a pretty good deal for the annual membership. So anyway, you should, if you're interested, and I think Craftsy is good for going from all the way from beginner all the way up to advanced Sewit. So I really like this platform. So the next platform I wanted to share with you is Creativebug, and they have a style similar to Craftsy where they have options for a lot of different areas, and so they have classes for art and design. They have sewing classes, quilting classes, paper making, paper type classes, knitting classes, crochet classes, food and home like baking and cake decorating, canning and preserving, flowers, package presentation. So a lot of options. Then Creativebug also has jewelry making, beading, bracelets, earrings, and rings. They have crafts for kids for jewelry. And then they have a lot of holiday and party kind of decorating and crafting if you like to do holiday and party crafting. And then they have a whole section for kids. So they have um, they have classes for 5 years and up, 8 years and up, crafts, drawing and painting, holiday and party, sewing classes for kids. So let's look at that. So a lot of this is a lot of hand sewing for kids. So that'll be fun for you to do with your children. And so that's really cool. I like all of, you can do an Easter basket, you can do fabric circle necklaces, you can do an infinity scarf. So they have a lot of cool options for children. So let me show you what they have for sewing for adults. So let's look at the garments because that's mostly what this channel is about. So let's go ahead. So let's see what you have here on Creativebug. So they have Tabitha Sewer, who's a well-known seamstress in the sewing community. She has a class called Sew the Billy Dress. And so she shows you how to sew this dress with a nice flounce on it. And you get the pattern with the membership. As long as you have a membership, you can go ahead and download the pattern. And then let's see what else they have. They also have things like this by Wardrobe Basics. That's another sewing company, I believe. And then they have this cute top that you can sew. So this is the Sew Shirt #2 by Wardrobe Basics. So cute little top. So, and they have a little yellow version over here. And you get to download the pattern as long as you're a member of the Creativebug. And then they have the ever popular, the super popular Adrian blouse right here. And this is such a cute top with the nice flounce sleeves. See, it's a cute little top. So I definitely downloaded this pattern because I'm retrying Creativebug again. And so I already downloaded this Adrian blouse. Such a cute blouse. I love the neckline and the sleeves. So I'm going ahead and I'm looking at that right now. So cute top. And then they also have the Chelsea coat. So look at this coat pattern that you can get with your membership to Creativebug. So really good pattern. So well, they call it the Cambria duster, but looks like a coat to me. Um, so yeah, so they have a lot of modern and up-to-date patterns. I would say with Craftsy, some of their classes are kind of old, and but Creativebug is starting to bring in some more newer patterns to their lineup. They even have this cute swimsuit. So if you haven't sewn a swimsuit before, you can sew this Sea Bright swimsuit. So they have 3 nice patterns that you can choose from here on Creativebug. So a lot of nice things for you to do. And then if you don't just sew, if you also knit, I knit sometimes too. And so they have a lot of classes. I've taken a few of the knitting classes as well. And I've watched a few of the sewing classes too. So anyway, that's the next one. And let's look at the pricing. So the pricing for Creativebug is their unlimited plan is $7.95 a month. And what you get is a 7-day free trial. You can try out new classes. You can also, I don't know what the soul feeding screen time for a little 20, that's just the membership. Then you can download patterns, templates, and recipes for all 3 levels of membership. And then you can get access to community galleries and forums. I've never used the galleries and forums, but that sounds like a lot of fun. And then there's also, you get discounts to Joann's if you get the Unlimited Plus, which is $10 a month. And then you can choose 1 class each month to keep forever. And so it's a really good deal. I've done the unlimited, I've done the monthly plan before, and I've had credits. I think I have 2 credits or so, a couple of credits. So yeah, I have 2 credits, and you can see my library here. So these are the classes that I have. So making knitted lace mitts, fabric circles. I thought that was something I could do with my daughter. Pattern drafting, because I'm thinking about doing some pattern drafting. So they show you how to draft a skirt. So some more pattern drafting by Cal Patch. So they have a lot of. She is good at teaching you how to do pattern drafting. So they also have this cute boxy tee pattern, which looks really simple, great for beginners. This boxy tee doesn't look like a lot of seams. And then she also does one for drafting and sewing some pants. So they have a lot of nice things for beginner to intermediate. They walk you through that as well. And then let's see, I know I have one for pants fitting as well. So like I have this one for making a coat, because I have this simplicity pattern for making this really cute coat right here. This coat right here by Deborah Creeling, and she is a really great sewing teacher as well. So you should definitely check out this class if you join Creativebug. And she has one on, pants fitting as well. So she has a great class on how to fit pants. So yeah, so they have a lot of options on there. I was a member, and then I canceled my membership with Creativebug for a while because I felt like they weren't updating the sewing area as much as they were the other options. So I feel like that was my issue with them, but I'm trying them out again, so we'll see. So anyway, this is Creativebug, and let's see, do I still have the prices up? But they're $8, pretty much $8 a month, just like Craftsy is. So the third one I wanted to show you is Sewit Academy. So let's get to the main page. And that one, let's see. So the third one I wanted to show you is the Sewit Academy. And that one is created by Mimi G. Ford, who is an accomplished seamstress in the sewing community. I'm sure you've heard of her. And so this is her academy, the Sewit Academy, and she has a lot of options. And she says that Sewit Academy is for someone where you feel like nothing fits. If you want to be a fashion designer, if you want to be creative and crafty, and if you're a frustrated learner for sewing, this is what's for you. So she does teach you kind of step by step how to sew. I was a member of the Sewit Academy for a couple months when I first started sewing, when she first came up with the Sewit Academy, but I was also taking live classes. So, and I just got more benefit from live classes. But I think this is a great option, especially right now during the pandemic where you can't get in, a lot of people can't get into a live class. But she goes through, and I did make this sunglass case. So, but she does go through how to thread your machine in her women's wear courses, how to make this cute sunglass case, and that's what I made. And then she goes, and when I joined, she was doing the classes kind of week by week. And so I stayed for maybe a month or two. I used her classes, maybe a bit longer. I'm not sure. It's been a while, but she does show you step by step by step. So it's great for beginners. So you can learn a lot from her classes. So she teaches you how to thread your machine, how to make a fun sunglass case, because that's a really simple beginner pattern. She teaches you how to make this railroad bag, some more beginning techniques, how to make an earbud case, all about fabric, how to draft your own skirt and top. Then she teaches you about sewing with knits, how to make leggings, how to draft a knit shirt, how to do a skirt sloper, um, then how to work with your sloper once you do that, how to make a bralette. So these are all in her women's courses. And then she also has menswear courses because her husband, Norris Dante Ford, he's also an accomplished sewer. And he shows you how to do some basics, how to make a pocket square to begin, laptop case, um, how to sew some more basics, how to sew with knits, how to make an earbud case. So a lot of things for men as well, how to make a duffel bag, how to draft pants, how to read a pattern, how to do a button-up shirt, dress slacks. And so you don't have to be a man to take the men's section. So if you want to sew for a man in your life, you can. And then you don't have to be a woman to take the women's classes. So really good options there for the men's as well. And then they have a cargo vest as well, a coat, a pea coat, shirt hacks, sweatshirt, a hat, so a baseball cap. So a lot of options, even a dot bag. So a lot of options for the men's. And then she has a quick kids course right here. So for kids age 8 to 14. So she has a lot of options, and these are her plans right here for pricing. So you have women's wear only, and you can do that for $11.97. Menswear only, you can do $11.97. You can do both for $17.97, and you can just do the one-time payment for the kids for $39.99. So I think that's a good deal. And then she has an option for a free trial as well. I don't want to record it. I don't want to get in trouble. So, but you can get a special discount here for $10 a month for if you wanted to, for $9.97 for I think probably just the women's. You have to check it out, but for the lifetime of your membership instead of the $11.97, which is her regular price. So I think it's a really good. I like the Sewit Academy because it is a step-by-step kind of process. So if you're brand new to sewing, I think that is perfect. I just didn't keep going with it because I was taking live classes, but I think it's great for an online option. So anyway, those are the options that we have. So that is my overview of the three platforms that I've tried for sewing classes online. So just to recap, the Craftsy is $7.99 a month or $79.99 if you decide to go for the annual plan, and which basically gives you like 2 free months if you do the annual plan. And then Creativebug is $7.99 a month for their unlimited plan. And then it's $9.95 a month for their unlimited plus plan. And with that one, you get to save a class every month. with the Unlimited Plus plan, and that is $9.95 a month. Or you can do the annual, you can pay for the whole year to get a little bit more off of that for excuse me, $95.40 for the year. And that would be the Unlimited Plus annual plan. So you get a little bit of a discount if you go ahead and pay for it for the whole year up front. With Creativebug. And then the third one is the Sewit Academy, and theirs is $11.97 regular price for the women's or the men's, and then with both of them is $17, I believe, $97 a month. And then so that's the prices for the regular prices, but she also has a little a sale where it's $9.97 a month. So just double check on that sale and see if it's still available when you go check out her page. But you can also do $9.97 a month. But there's no option for to have a class forever class with the Sewit Academy. So when you're paying, you get to see all the classes, but if you decide to leave, you don't get to keep the classes. So anyway, they all have free trials, so go ahead and check them out. I would say go ahead and check them out. My personal favorite is Craftsy. I really didn't like the whole thing with them closing down last year, but now they've been bought out, and hopefully they're gonna go strong for a long time to come. So and they do have some options still for a couple of Own Forever type plans for some of their classes. So that's another option with Craftsy as well. So anyway, that is my overview of the three classes. Like I said, I think Craftsy is my favorite because they have more of the advanced options. I do like the layout of the classes a lot. And some of the classes kind of vary by teacher. I like some teachers more than others on Craftsy. Creativebug is good as well. They don't have as much sewing options as Craftsy does as far as the amount of classes that you get with Craftsy. I think Craftsy has a little bit more. And then Sewit Academy is all sewing. So they don't have other options if you wanted to try quilting or knitting or baking or any of that. It is sewing. So, but it's very detailed. It gives you step by step by step. And when you're a beginner, that's what you need. You need to learn step by step. You need to learn how to sew a straight line. You need to know how to sew an eyeglass case, something simple before you jump into something heavier. I mean, some people do jump right in and go for it, but I think it's a lot easier to sew kind of step by step, and that's how I learned in live sewing classes at the Sassy Sewer here in Maryland. So, but right now a lot of us don't have access to live classes, so I think these are some good options, and you should they all have some free trials, like I said, so go ahead and check them out, and I'll leave links in the description box for you to check it out. And so go ahead and check those out and give them a try, and then you can decide which one is your favorite and if you want to go continue with the classes. So what do you think about these three programs? Have you tried them? What were your thoughts about them? This will help everyone in our community get to know a little bit more about these programs and which one they think they should try. So go ahead and leave a comment in the comment section below, and I'd love to hear from you all. And so if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, go ahead and hit the subscribe button as well as the bell notification so you won't miss any future videos. All right, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Take care. Bye.